Welcome to Fenway Park, where tonight the Red Sox and Royals meet for the first time since the opening series of 2007. Hi again, everybody. I'm Don Orsillo. Welcome to Red Sox baseball. The Royals are here. It's been another tough season for Buddy Bell's crew. They find themselves 15.5 games back of the Tigers in the AL Central. But lately, they've been playing better baseball. We check out some of the numbers recently for the Royals, who since June the 24th are 10-6, a .278 batting average during the stretch. 10th overall in the league overall for the season, however, .260. The bullpen was horrendous last year. This year has been better, and especially lately at 3.36, a 1.95 ERA over the last week. And lately, hot has been both Billy Butler and Mark Grudzielanek. As we head into this three-game series with the Royals, we welcome in Jerry Remy. And Jerry, one of the players for the Red Sox who was unavailable yesterday, back tonight, is Jason Varitek.
Well, catches, Don, you know, are battered and bruised all season long. There's probably not one game that they play that they feel 100%. And of course, a couple of nights ago, it was a disaster almost for Jason Varitek. He really got beat up in that game. First of all, a foul ball that comes up underneath the mask. He ends up biting his tongue on that particular play. Then a cross-up with Daisuke that gets him right off the right thumb, which causes his throwing hand. And yesterday, Jason Varitek with a day off. Probably could have played if he had to. But the fact is, he's playing very well recently. Over the last 18 games, a .333 average. He's raised that batting average from .259 to a high now of .278. And the other thing that's improved tremendously after a very slow start is throwing out base runners. 6 of his last 13 he's thrown out. That's an excellent percentage for any catcher in baseball. So, you know, Varitek, it's obvious when he's not in the lineup. I mean, they really miss him in a lot of different phases. Back in there tonight, battered and bruised as he always is, as every catcher is in baseball, but they've got to have him behind the plate. And one thing they hope, the rest of the way, he can stay somewhat healthy because he is the backbone of this team.
Well, tonight it's Kason Gabbard, who's 3-0 in his Fenway starts lifetime. He'll try to stay unbeaten against the Royals. First pitch is next.
Welcome to Foxwoods. Can I take those for you?
Everybody break out. Everybody get loose now.
Everyone has a wild side. Let yours out at Foxwoods.
Everybody break out. Everybody get loose now. Everybody break out.
Would you like these back? No. No, we're good.
Everybody break out.
Meet your wild side at Foxwoods.
Coors Light wants you to spend a day with Hazel May. Enter and you can watch Hazel prepare for her show. Get a tour of the Nesson HD studios and sit in as she anchors Sports Desk Live. Coors Light, win a day with Hazel May sweepstakes. Enter today.
Direct from Nesson Studios.
Straight from Yawkey Way.
Right before the game.
Red Sox baseball on Nesson. It's more than just the game.
It's more than just the game.
It's pregame.
Olympia Sports presents the Boston Globe pregame show on Nesson.
Fox Baseball on Nesson is brought to you by Southwest Airlines, your New England Subaru dealers, Foxwoods Resort Casino, Jeep, Covidian, Pepsi, and by your New England Toyota dealers. And good evening once again, everybody. Welcome back to Fenway Park for the first of 3 games between the Red Sox and the Kansas City Royals on a beautiful night tonight at Fenway. Breeze at the moment blowing inward lightly as Manny Ramirez takes the field along with his teammates here tonight. And as the Red Sox take the field, let's check out the Kansas City Royals starting 9, brought to you by Rico. David DeJesus at the top of the order in center field with Mark Grudzielanek at second base, Mark Tierney in right field. Billy Butler is the designated hitter with Emil Brown in left field. Esteban Herman at third base. Alex Gordon at first base. John Buck does the catching. And Tony Pena at shortstop bats 9th. On the mound tonight for the Red Sox, Kason Gabbard.
Start number 5 on the season for Gabbard. He is 2-0 with a 4.87 ERA. One good thing about Gabbard, his walks have decreased over his last 3 starts. He went from 6 to 4 to 2 last time out against the Tigers. He did not get a decision in that game. Of course, that's that game in Detroit that went 13 innings. The Red Sox lost it 3-2, but Gabbard pitched very well. He has never faced the Kansas City Royals. The Red Sox defense is brought to you by your Boston area Lexus dealers. It is Mike Lowell at third base, Julio Lugo the shortstop, Dustin Pedroia at second, and Kevin Youkilis at first base. It was a good defense yesterday afternoon. Manny Ramirez and Alex Cora. Mike Lowell also involved. In the outfield, Ramirez, Crispin Drew, and Jason Varitek doing the catching for Gabbard.
Umpiring crew, Charlie Relaford has a plate tonight. Greg Gibson at first base, Larry Van Over at second base, and Tony Randazzo is the umpire at third. Where available, this telecast can be heard in Spanish by selecting the SAP button on your television remote. Enjoy the game.
Buenas noches, amigos.
Well, the Kansas City Royals in town. Buddy Bell at the helm, and it has been another tough go of it for Kansas City. His second full year, the skipper is the Royals. His eighth as a major league manager. A lifetime 49,683 record for him. And he's been a manager, of course, of the Detroit Tigers, the Colorado Rockies, and in Kansas City, becoming the 14th full-time manager in franchise history back on May 31st of 2005. But it is becoming tougher to play in the AL Central. Certainly all those good teams, and the Royals finding that this season. They are 15.5 games back of the Tigers.
Yeah, and they've had some injury problems. Mike Sweeney on the disabled list, Ryan Sheely on the DL. They've got a number of pitches that are also on the disabled list. It has been kind of a rough go for them. As you said, Don, they have played better recently. They have had big-time struggles against left-handed starters, though. 9-17 against the starting left-handers this season.
Well, David DeJesus to lead it off here for Kansas City. Starts tonight at .277 with 5 homers and 33 runs batted in. And the first pitch strike from Kason Gabbard, and we're underway. Red Sox coming into tonight's action with a 9-game lead over the Yankees. Back to single digits as far as the lead goes for the Red Sox, thanks to a Yankee victory and a Red Sox loss yesterday. The Yankees back up over 500 now at 45-44. And 9 games back of the Red Sox to begin tonight's action. DeJesus down the first baseline, taken by Euclid. Gabbard is there for out number 1.
Well, a good sign for Kason Gabbard. Get in front of those hitters. His stuff is very good. Sinking fastball, the curveball, and of course the changeup. And if he gets ahead of hitters, then he can use those off-speed pitches to get outs. That time getting the out on the curveball.
One down for Mark Grudzielanek. Gold Glove Award winner last year for Kansas City. 279, 4 homers, and 28 runs batted in.
And he's been a hot hitter right now, Grudzielanek, on an 8-game hitting streak.
On the ground, Pedroia step to his right. And there's 2 down in the first.
This Kansas City team's very aggressive. They do not walk very much. They are 13th in the league in walks. The only team with fewer walks in the American League, the Seattle Mariners.
2 down for Mark Teahan. And hitting at .289, 5 homers, and 43 runs batted in. Throws it off to the left, backing out of play. Teahan has not homered since May 29th against Baltimore. It's a span of 37 games and 153 at bats. Does have 5 home runs, all coming in the first half and all in the first month plus. This player profile is brought to you by Sovereign Bank, the official bank of the Red Sox cable network. We'll take a look at the numbers from April 20th through May 20th. And the rest of the time for Mark Teahan. A strike to Teahan, and it's 1-2. Facing the Kansas City Royals for the first time. Foul tip held on to by Veritek. First strikeout for Gabbard. It's a 1-2-3 first. Red Sox coming up. Back at Fenway, the Royals went in order in the top of the first. Red Sox coming up, and their lineup is brought to you by New England Dodge dealers. J.D. Drew back in there tonight, leading it off and in right field. Dustin Pedroia at second base. David Ortiz, a designated hitter. Manny Ramirez in left with Kevin Youkilis at first base. Mike Lowell at third base. Jason Varitek does the catching. Coco Crisp out in center. And Julio Lugo bats ninth at shortstop. On the mound tonight for the Kansas City Royals, Brian Bannister.
Brian Bannister making his 14th start. He is 5-5 on the season. A pretty good ERA of 3.71. Had a great month of June. He was American League Rookie of the Month. Went 5-1 in that span in June with a 2.75. First time he's ever faced the Red Sox. So very unusual tonight. We have two pitches. The only guy that's faced Bannister in the Red Sox lineup is J.D. Drew.
Well, J.D. has not played the last two games after leaving Friday night's game in the third inning with tightness in his right hamstring. Back in there tonight.
Now the reports I get on Bannister, fastball anywhere from 88 to 92. They say his best pitches is curveball and his slider. Will also throw a changeup. And that was the changeup right there.
Bannister, 26 years old, from Scottsdale, Arizona. Came over from the Mets in exchange for Ambiorix Burgos. The Red Sox certainly saw a lot of out of the Kansas City bullpen over the years.
Bannister's dad pitched in the big league. Floyd Bannister. Fans might remember him. At one time pitching for Kansas City. I believe also the Chicago White Sox.
15 seasons as this one was on the ground at Grudgelana. And J.D. Drew retired.
Kansas City defense is brought to you by New England Ford dealers. They're ninth in the league with 59 errors in 91 games. Esteban Herman, the third baseman. Tony Pena Jr. at shortstop. Mark Grudgelana at second. And Alex Gordon now playing first base. Left to right, Emil Brown, David D. Jesus, and Mark Tien, and John Buck doing the catching for Bannister.
One down, and it brings up Dustin Pedroia. Lines it down the left field line. It bends its way foul. And into the first row of seats down that left field line. You mentioned Brian Bannister really comes from an athletic family. Not only his dad, who played 15 major league seasons with the Astros, Mariners, White Sox, Royals, Angels, and Rangers, but his uncle Greg Cochran played for the Yankees and A's. And his brother Brett is currently a pitcher in the Mariners system. He has another brother, Corey, who's pitching at Stanford right now. Foul tipped in the catcher's mitt, and it's 0-2.
I wasn't bad with his dad, Floyd. I only missed about 7 teams.
Well, you got him right, though. The ones you did throw out there, the White Sox.
I think I faced him. What years was he pitching?
15 seasons.
Yeah, I did face him.
Kansas City, he was there in 88 and 89. It would have been after you had retired. But prior to that, I'm sure you did face him, especially during the White Sox years. Well, Brian played baseball at the University of Southern California, member of the two-time Pac-10 champions. He was a teammate of Mark Pryor. As this one is to right field, over is Mark Tien. Onto the dirt to make the catch, and there's 2 down.
Covidien, one of the world's largest providers of medical devices, supplies, imaging products, and pharmaceuticals, is a proud sponsor of Red Sox baseball on NESN.
Two down here in the first inning. David Ortiz, the Red Sox DH. 323, 15 homers, and 57 runs batted in. A pretty good series against Toronto. He was 8 for 17 in the series against the Jays. A 4-game hitting streak heading into tonight's action. They take strike 1 from Bannister.
80 innings. Bannister's allowed 4 home runs, and opponents only hitting .247 against Bannister.
Line and caught. Elevating was Tony Pena to grab that with the shift on the shortstop on the right side of the infield. Down in order go the Red Sox, done with 1, no score.
Thermospa's custom designs hot tubs for therapy, along with entertainment, and today has engineered a revolutionary swim spa called The Spa Trainer, large enough to accommodate 12 adults. A powerful current allows you to swim endlessly, while the other side provides the ultimate hot tub experience. In the Spa Trainer, you control the intensity, and best of all, it's self-contained, so it's ready to use the day we deliver it. Call to receive a free DVD and a 48-page brochure to learn all about ThermoSpa's luxurious hot tubs and swim spas. Call now and we'll include free delivery, a $450 value, free chemicals, a $150 value, and a $400 cash coupon. This $1,000 offer is free, with no obligation, and is valid for 1 year.
Call 800-862-3700.
ThermoSpas, luxurious hot tubs made affordable.
Start your weekend early with Friday Night Fenway, presented by Team Sully Mack.
The sooner we get you into the ballpark,
The sooner we get you into the game.
Every home game Friday, Nessa delivers game day experience that is Friday night at Fenway Park.
so start your weekend early.
At 5:30, it's the new prime time.
Friday Night Fenway, presented by Team Sully Mack.
Catch the all-new Globe 10.0 presented by Verizon tomorrow at 5:30. Nick Cafato joins host Bob Ryan to break down the 10 hottest topics. Get the point every Tuesday through Thursday at 5:30, the new prime time. Well, the Royals had the shift on David Ortiz. They didn't have the second baseman very deep, but they had Pena, the shortstop, where they normally put the shortstop in the shift. And jumps and makes a nice defensive play to take a base hit away from David Ortiz. And he gets a lot of them taken away that way, doesn't he, Don?
Yeah.
When they put that shift on, that shortstop seems to make a lot of plays.
I would say the most of anybody else involved in the shift.
I would agree.
Billy Butler has been hot, batting in the cleanup spot for Kansas City. Leads it off. There's the DH. 313, 3 homers, and 17 runs batted in.
He was called up on May 1st. We did not see him in that first trip to Kansas City. He came up from AAA Omaha.
6-game hitting streak, 435 during the streak. His major league debut back on May 1st. Strike 3 call. Well, Gabbard struck out Tien to close the first. He opens the second by striking out Billy Butler.
And nothing but strikes so far from Kason Gabbard. Both strikeouts coming on the curveball. The curveball to Tien, and now to the right hand of Butler.
One down for Emil Brown. 231, 4 homers and 38 runs batted in. Brown 4 home runs, 3 have been 3-run home runs. And an opposite field home run yesterday in the loss against the Cleveland Indians. The Royals coming from Cleveland, where they dropped 2 out of 3 over the weekend. So a 3-city trip for Kansas City. Never been to Cleveland. And they play here in Boston, then go to Detroit to take on the Tigers. Swing and a miss. And it's up now 2-2.
And right now Gabbard featuring all his pitches, his fastball, his curveball, the last pitch, a changeup to Emil Brown.
A lot of strikes so far, 16 pitches for Gabbard, 13 of them for strikes. And Brown strikes out. 3 straight strikeouts for Gabbard, 2 down in the inning.
Well, his strikeout high in the season is 7. He did that in his very first start against the Atlanta Braves. The changeup again in perfect location, down and away. So 3 straight strikeouts for Kason Gabbard.
2 down for Esteban Herman, the third baseman for the Royals. 283, 2 homers, and 27 runs batted in. Missing away this time, and it's 2-0 now to Herman.
Herman with a couple of home runs on the season. The Royals as a team last in the American League in home runs.
As a team, they hit at .260, which has them 10th in the American League. Line to left, playing shallow as Manny works again. In order to go the Royals in the second, we played an inning and a half scoreless from the fans.
Catch the Red Sox and Royals this Wednesday live from Fenway Park at 7 o'clock in NESN high definition from the comfort of a Showcase Cinema Theater. For another NESN HD game night, Red Sox Live. Visit NESN.com for a season schedule and a list of participating theaters.
Last half of the second inning, scoreless from Fenway Park. Manny Ramirez, Kevin Youkilis, and Mike Lowell face Brian Bannister in the inning. And he starts tonight at .288, 12 homers and 52 runs batted in. He was 6 for 16 in the series against the Blue Jays. To right field, Tien back a few steps, makes the catch. And a line drive hit hard in the opposite field, but he's out number one. Or is Manny swinging a lot more first pitches?
It seems that way over the last couple of weeks, yeah. Put that ball right on a line, hit it hard, but right at Tien. Just had to go back a couple of steps and make the catch.
This is so used to Manny going deep into counts a lot of times, but it seems like he has been jumping on that first pitch a lot with success at times. Not this time as he lines out to right. As Kevin Youkilis bats with one away. 329 homers, 46 runs batted in. He'll started the last 5 games after missing 5 out of 6. With tightness in his right quadricep. Just 2 for 13 since coming back. Sitting at .320 coming into tonight's action. So he's fallen out of the top 10 in batting average for the first time in a long time. You remember the Red Sox in the top 10 in batting average right now is Big Papi, who is 7th, hitting at .323 to begin the night. Julio Ordonez on top of the league at .358. This one skied foul off to the right, and a full count now to Youkilis. The Red Sox as a team are hitting at .275. That's good for 5th in the American League. And the Tigers on top hitting at .290. The center field, David DeJesus. 2 down in the bottom of the second inning.
Final staging arrangements have created additional seating for both sold-out concerts by the Police featuring Sting next Saturday and Sunday, July 28th and 29th at Fenway Park. Tickets for these seats will be available starting at Wednesday morning at 10 at Ticketmaster.com, all Ticketmaster outlets, and by phone at 617-228-6000. Take advantage of this final chance for you to join the thousands of fans of Sting and the Police.
Mike Lowell with 2 outs in the inning and the base is empty. He won 14 homers and 66 runs batted in.
Where are we going to be when that concert's going on? In Tampa?
Tampa Bay.
So there's no way we can get back here for that big Sting performance.
You know, it's funny. Of course, they do it. That's why we're not here. But we always miss him every year. DeJesus comes in to make the running grab. It ends the inning. Red Sox down in order. We play 2. No score from Fenway.
What would you do with an extra $2,500?
I'd buy more clothes.
I'd go fishing.
You could be next. Correctly answer 2 simple trivia questions in a row and you're entered. We're giving away $2,500 each week for 13 weeks.
I'm going to need a bigger closet.
Happiness is a private charter.
One of our lucky weekly winners will have a chance to win $100,000.
You better text You could be next.
Just text Cash 31 to 79608.
And now back to the hard ways.
Honey, I'm home. Sorry I'm late.
Don't worry, George. With all the best from Time Warner, we get free on demand.
Free on demand?
Now we save money each month and get to start shows when we want with just a touch of the remote.
So I can be late? And I won't be in the doghouse?
Oh, George, welcome home to all the best.
There's an easier way. Digital cable and all the best. Only from Time Warner Cable.
Friday, July 27th. The finest football players, coaches, and cheerleaders in Maine head to Waterhouse Field, Biddeford for the 18th annual Maine Shrine Lobster Bowl. 100% of the net proceeds go to the Shriners Hospitals and Burn Institute. Reserve tickets $10, general admission $7, $8 at the gate. Available at the Cora Center, Shaw Supermarket, or from any Shriner. The 18th annual East-West football game. Pre-game festivities at 6:30, kickoff at 7:30. The Maine Shrine Lobster Bowl Classic.
Deaconess First Aid stand behind Section 12. Beth Israel Deaconess Medical Center is the official hospital of the Boston Red Sox. Kason Gabbard with 3 straight strikeouts, one to end the first, and the first 2 batters of the second inning. Tian going down on a curveball, and then Butler, the right-handed hitter, also on the curveball, and a changeup to Emil Brown for the strikeout. So right to this point anyway, after 2 innings, Kason Gabbard's been all over that strike zone. First game.
A lot of first games lately.
Yeah. There was a baby down at Yawkey Way today that couldn't have been any more than, geez, I don't know, 6 months old. Another first game. And I had to sign, I signed the bib. So it's like apparently his first game too. I wonder how many innings he's going to make.
Well, here's Alex Gordon, who's coming around after a very slow start his first season in the majors. The first-round pick of the Kansas City Royals, 2nd overall in the 2005 draft. And look at the way he started and how he has improved since. Swing and a miss, and is quickly down 0-2.
Has a lot of strikeouts, 76 strikeouts so far on the season. That is 10th most in the American League. Grady Sizemore, 94 to lead the league.
Strike 3 call. That's 4 strikeouts for Kason Gabbard. Let's check in for the first time tonight with Tina Cervasio.
Don, as Kurt Schilling continues his rehabilitation and moves into some rehab starts, Kason Gabbard remains in the Red Sox rotation. And today, the manager was praising young Gabbard about how he's developed since his first call-up last season.
But his off-speed pitches have really improved. His changeup and his breaking ball. You know, he had some arm problems early in his career. So the more he pitches with continued health, the better pitcher he's going to become. More repetition with those 3 pitches. This kid can pitch a little bit. Not afraid. Doesn't back down from anybody.
And another thing the manager talked about last year when Gabbard was called up, he didn't really say a word in the clubhouse. Well, this year, according to Francona, he'll get a hello out of him every so often. But actually, when we've talked to Kason, he's definitely mature beyond his years, and he's very aware of the things that he needs to continue fixing on the mound from start to start.
Okay, Tina, thank you. One away is John Buck bats.
I guess he really wouldn't be a guy to nickname Gabby, would he?
No.
He didn't say very much. Very quiet. Very much to himself.
He's still very young. He's 25 years old. He was one of 7 Red Sox pitchers to earn his first major league win last year. As he joined Vern Hansack, Manny Del Carmen, Lenny DiNardo, Craig Hansen, John Lester, and Jermaine Van Buren, winning for the first time in Red Sox uniforms last year in the majors. We'll go back to 1940 for a bunch of rookies to have won their first game in a Red Sox uniform, that many of them. to third base. Lowell at deep third. Long throw. Plenty of time. 2 down.
And John Buck was just hitting. He is the team leader in home runs on the Royals with 15. 12 of the 15 have been solo home runs. Looking at the numbers prior to the game, he's got 15 home runs, but yet only 29 runs batted in.
He's second among Major League catchers, behind Victor Martinez, who has 16 home runs. You mentioned Buck with 15.
28 extra base hits for Buck and 20 singles.
There's Tony Pena Jr. 274, a home run, 28 runs batted in. A thrill for him to be back here at Fenway Park. Was around here when his dad was playing for the Red Sox.
Yeah, and you could tell, you knew he was going to be a player. You know, even as a little kid, I mean, he had all the tools, all the moves. He looked like a big league player as a kid.
Back out of the way, almost got a part of the jersey, and it's 1-1.
He's a little bit like Dad too. He does not walk very much. As a matter of fact, only 6 times this year. There's not a pitch that he doesn't like to swing at.
He's 0 for 7 since the All-Star break in the second half. It's been a little while since his last walk, May 5th.
Wow.
And a few at bats in between.
So he was walking like crazy early in the season.
2-2. He's really keeping the batters off balance tonight so far as Kason Gabbard.
32 pitches so far, 23 for strikes. And that's the changeup again from Gabbard.
Another little stay foul, and it remains 2-2 to Tony Pena Jr. Tony Pena Jr. hitting at just 197 on the road this season for Kansas City, hitting at 345 at home, Kauffman Stadium. But the road's been a different story. As he strikes out, that's 5 Ks for Kason Gabbard, has retired the first 9 Royals he's faced. We're scoreless from Fenway.
The story of the 1967 American League champion Red Sox is now available in a double DVD set. Impossible to Forget relives the Impossible Dream season and is available at BJ's. Pick up your copy today.
Last half of the third inning, scoreless from Fenway Park as Jason Varitek, Coco Crisp, and Julio Lugo will be along here in the bottom of the third inning. Jason starting the night at 278, 9 homers, and 38 runs batted in. Varitek off yesterday. He was banged up in the first game of the series against Toronto. Ended up getting that hand hit. Highlighted off the top. He had a 2-run home run in the 6th inning on Saturday. First long ball since June 24th in San Diego. Span of 13 games. The last 8 games been red hot. Ahead 2-1.
Well, I guess picnic in the park went off last day without a hitch. They were able to avoid the raindrops here at Fenway Park. I was driving home and it looked nasty.
Drop to first, and a sprawling play by Gordon. He'll need help in covering as Bannister in time for the out. 3-1. Varitek retired.
Mike O'Malley, Tina Savasio, of course, the host of Picnic in the Park. Gordon, who started the year at third base, now at first base. Gives a nice flip to Bannister, who's doing his job by covering the bag.
So 1 down, and it brings up Coco Crisp. Coco at 268 to start the night. 5 homers and 29 runs batted in. Bannister is 26 years old. Originally came over from the Mets in the Ambiorix Burgos deal. He was drafted originally by the Mets in the 7th round in 2003.
previous major league experience. He was 2-1 with the Mets last season with a 4.26 ERA, 6 starts, 8 total games. And as you saw, the Mets minor league pitcher of the year as he quickly got up through the system. That was in 2005. Nicholas hit safely in 12 his last 14 games. He slices one foul back to the backstop. He's 5 for 15 in the series against Toronto. And Average has been climbing. Full count. Deck is Julio Lugo, another guy whose batting average has been climbing. To right field, struck well, sending Tien back, and he'll stay in the yard as he makes the catch on the warning track for out number 2.
Join the Hr Sox on Friday when they take on Louisville. The first 4,000 kids 14 and under receive a commemorative Jim Rice International League Triple Crown plaque courtesy of Dunkin' Donuts and Nesson. Tickets are still available by calling 401-724-7300 or online at HrSox.com.
2 down here in the 3rd inning. Julio Lugo bats with 2 outs.
It's HrSox.com. COM.
To short Pena from a long way away. The throw, it's Speedy Lugo running, and they almost got him, but Lugo's going to beat it out. What a bid by Tony Pena Jr., especially with Lugo running.
He got rid of that ball very quickly, too. Had the range far to his right to make this play, and then that throw going away from the first base bag in a very close play at first. Gibson, the first base umpire, making the safe call, and Buddy Bell will be out right now to challenge it.
That was very close.
Sure was. It's a heck of a play by Pena, showing 2 things: great range and a strong throwing arm.
Ooh.
Roll it again. Keep it. Yeah. I think the Red Sox caught a break there.
Even better play than I thought.
So right now the Royals should be in the dugout. Instead, Lugo's got a chance to seal second base.
Well, J.D. Drew, as the Red Sox go second time through now against Brian Bannister. Drew grounded out to second base, first time up. Pitch out, but apparently Bannister didn't get the message.
Now they've been doing a lot of that against the Red Sox, in particular against Lugo and Chris, pitching out on that very first pitch.
Strike, and it's 1-1 now to Drew. J.D. Drew not played the last 2 games. Tightness in his right hamstring. We might see Jason Varitek and J.D. Drew as part of yesterday's ending of the ball game, but Lugo coming off the bench, neither available. As Terry Francona wanted to make sure that they had another day to rest. And they're both back in the lineup tonight. So 2-1 left to wait. Lugo is leaning and is going to be picked off. So Bannister picks him off first base to conclude the bottom of the third inning. We're scoreless after 3.
This is Text to Win Challenge, and if you know how to text, you could be next. Your phone is your ticket to win this amazing 50-inch plasma TV. Just pick up your mobile phone and correctly answer 2 trivia questions in a row, and bam, you're entered to win. You can enter up to 10 times per weekly challenge. One of our lucky weekly winners will get a chance to win an all-expense-paid trip for 4 to the biggest pro football game of the year. So you better text. You could be next.
Just text TV31 to 79608.
Now available on demand.
We don't really care what the judge says. We just want to be with you.
Don't miss Tyler Perry's heartwarming film, Daddy's Little Girls. Join one man's incredible mission to change his world.
If you advertise on my rocket, it's going to raise your sales.
Don't miss The Astronaut Farmer.
Tune to Channel 1 to watch these movies now. Time Warner Cable.
It's the Chevy Summer Sales Drive, where you'll find the all-new Chevy Silverado 1LT with the best available 4x4 highway fuel economy and the best warranty of any full-size pickup. Better than Ford, better than Toyota. And now we're giving Silverado our best lease yet. Qualified lessees can get a low-mileage lease on this 07 Silverado half-ton for around $259 a month. Residency restrictions apply. Call for details. Shop and compare at maindriveschevy.com.
To creep, but instead Bannister holds the ball and then throws to first, and Lugo is picked off first base.
David De Jesus leading it off, taking ball 1 from Gabbard. He grounded out to first base first time up, as Gabbard has retired the first 9 Kansas City Royals he's faced tonight. Second time through now the order. Sox saw the Kansas City Royals for the opening series of the season. Opening day was in Kansas City. Sox dropped the first game but won the last 2 games of that 3-game series, April 2nd through the 5th.
That was at the height of Daisuke mania, wasn't it?
Yes, it was.
It was quite a scene at Royal Stadium or Kauffman Stadium when all the Japanese media waiting for that first outing from Daisuke Matsuzaka.
Got a 10 strikeout performance in Kansas City. De Jesus gets hit on the hand. And Kansas City's going to have their first base runner of the night.
Got hit by a changeup, it looked like, from Kason Gabbard. He started to swing, was able to check the swing, and then got hit right in the hand with the changeup.
Kansas City, oddly enough, they lead the American League in hit batsmen with 56. And hit here is David De Jesus down to first base runner of the night for the Royals.
Hey, when you see something like that, you'd have to think that maybe they get a lot of guys that are up close to the plate and dive into the ball.
First time that they've had a batter hit in the second half, at 55 in the first half. 21 short of the team record set in 2004. Really not crazy about on pace, but they are on pace to get hit 99 times, which would be 1 shy of the modern era Major League record held by the 1997 Houston Astros. They got hit 100 times as a team.
I can honestly say I hope they don't break the record.
Their leader is Alex Gordon, who's been hit a dozen times. Popped up foul ground. Veritek coming back. Well, that'll get into the seats.
Now, conditions much different tonight than yesterday afternoon here at Fenway Park. Just about no breeze at all tonight at the old ballpark, where yesterday was, it really kind of made a mess of things as it was gusting out towards center field. Funny, reading the comments from a lot of the players this morning in the newspaper. They all mentioned how difficult it was yesterday with the windy conditions here at Fenway. We saw it have quite an effect really on the ball game.
Yeah, it really did. Everything in the air was affected yesterday, and some people diving all over the place. Alex Rios out in right field. Manny clearly fooled in a ball on the left field line. Towards second base, Pedroia will throw to first for one. Then they try to get two with a tag play, and they get it.
Nice job by Pedroia because he runs the runner back far enough where he's going to be trapped about halfway between first and second. If you wait too long on this, then you miss out on the play at first. Youkilis with the return throw makes a very nice throw to Lugo right on the bag to get the double play. Becomes a tag play at second base. Perfect timing by Pedroia. And a perfect throw by Youkilis.
2 down for Martin. He was a strikeout victim his first time up. It's 5 strikeouts for Kason Gabbard already tonight. Ball in there for a strike, and it's 1-1. Well, Martin enjoying his finest season in the major leagues last year. 18 homers, 69 runs batted in. And a .290 batting average. Grounds it right side. Youkilis will need Gabbard. He's there. And the out at first, and ends the top of the fourth. We've played 3.5. No score from Fenway. Last half of the fourth inning, and J.D. Drew with a brand new count in the bottom of the fourth. He's batting last inning when Julio Lugo is picked off first base. Drew grounded out to second base, first time up. Red Sox have been in a lot of tight games lately. A 2-1 loss yesterday. This one is in the air down the left field line, curling foul. Let's check out the Aflac trivia question. And our question tonight: Manny Ramirez ranks second among active players with 35 career home runs against Kansas City. Who is first?
I'm going to take a guess at that. Now I'm not going to look at the sheet.
Well,
should I make my guess public?
Sure. I'll throw it out there.
Frank Thomas?
Yep. The left. Emil Brown is there to make the catch running onto the track. I probably shouldn't have answered your question, but I think I just did.
The reason I say that is because, of course, for many years, Chicago, Kansas City in the same division, so Thomas would have a lot of at-bats against.
Here's the answer to our Aflac trivia question.
Yeah.
And it is indeed. Frank Thomas at 37. Manny Ramirez with 23 home runs against Kansas City while he was with the Cleveland Indians, and has 12 so far with the Red Sox. So he's at 35. That's Frank Thomas, who was just here over the weekend with Toronto. Well, Dustin Pedroia fly to right his first time up, is 0 for 1. Six of the last 7 losses for the Red Sox have come by 1 run. As things have been tight lately, of course, 2-1 yesterday, but 6 out of the last 7 losses have been by a run. And the Red Sox now 14-14 overall in games decided by a run. Very frustrating affair. A lot of hits, and just could not piece them together in order to score some runs in yesterday's game. But it's got a lot of hits for a 2-1 loss. the 7th time this season that the Red Sox have lost when allowing less than 3 runs. Two. Full count now to Pedroia. David Ortiz waits on deck with 1 down here in the last half of the 4th inning. To left field, struck well. Emil Brown looking up. Pedroia's gone yard. 4th home run of the season for Dustin Pedroia. Red Sox take a 1-0 lead.
One thing Pedroia can do is he can handle a high fastball. This fastball is going to be about what a high to Pedroia. And I'll tell you what, it's hard to throw a fastball by him. And that's the one that's elevated that he can lift and lift it far enough to get it into the monster seats. So Pedroia enjoying a day off yesterday after being in a mini slump. Picks up the home run.
Gordon down the line will take it himself to get Big Poppy for out number 2. Pedroia, his first home run since June 15th against San Francisco, and a hit one against Barry Zito. So 93 at bats in between home runs for Pedroia, but that's home run number 4 of the season. So a two-way for Manny Ramirez. Manny line to right field. Opposite field line drive that Mark Tien caught back in the 2nd inning.
Bannister is not a guy that's given up a lot of home runs. That's only the 5th that he has allowed, and that's in 83 innings now.
In June, he was the rookie of the month. He was 5-1 with a 2.75 ERA. He had 6 starts to earn the American League Rookie of the Month in June. And just the 2nd Royal to win the award. And Manny drives one deep in far to left center, up by the light towers and gone. 13th home run of the year for Ramirez. A solo shot that puts the Red Sox on top 2-0.
Both home runs in this inning coming on the Bannister fastball. A high fastball to Pedroia. Now Manny gets the fastball that's middle in. Gets the hands inside the baseball and drives it deep into those monster seats. A classic Ramirez swing right there.
So 2 down, 2 home runs in the inning, and Kevin Youkilis takes strike 1. We've had a couple of monster shots in this inning. That monster shot, another child to be able to participate in the Mayor's Summer Jobs Program, courtesy of Boston.com, Monster, the Red Sox, and Nesson. Fouls it off to the right. Now that particular area, we've not seen a great many home runs hit in the monster seats to the right of that stanchion and the light tower and above the yellow line. That area has not seen a lot of action, but Manny getting it there. Up now 2-2. Bannister had given up just one hit, the infield hit. Coming into this inning, and after J.D. Drew flied out, Dustin Pedroia goes deep. Ortiz grounded out, and then Manny goes deep. The combination. Line back to Bannister, picks it nicely for the out. Pedroia goes deep. Ramirez goes deep, and the Red Sox take a 2-0 lead.
What are you being charged for internet service?
I don't know, maybe $24.
$23.90.
What are you being charged for internet service?
$10.95.
$10.95.
Millions are discovering the real value of People PC Online. Go to peoplepc.com now to try us free for 30 days. You get unlimited internet access for only $10.95 a month. People PC Online has a smart dialer with more local access numbers than AOL for faster, more reliable connections. You even get security tools to help protect you from spam, pop-ups, and email viruses. And you can continue to use your favorite instant messenger. Compare us side by side with your current ISP. Go to peoplepc.com now and start saving today. So the next time you're asked how much you pay, proudly declare
$10.95.
Go online or call 1-800-217-5636. People PC Online, a better way to internet.
Cool off this season with Bruins Summer Sundays. Join Andy Brickley for a new Bruins classic each week, straight from the Nesson archives. Chill with Rob Simpson in special summer editions of Rubber Biscuit. And kick back with Hazel May for all new episodes of The Buzz. Let Nesson put your summer nights on ice with Bruins Summer Sundays.
Here's a nominee for this week's Din Trophy Play of the Week. Dustin Pedroia having himself a night, both defensively and, of course, the home run. Has to charge that ball that bounces over Gabbard's head. The sidearm throw with a little tail on it right to Youkilis at first base to get Pena by just a fraction of a step. Tune into the pregame show this Friday to see which play will win this week's Din Trophy Play of the Week.
So Gabbard getting out of the jam, little help from his friends. As Mike Lowell leads it off here in the bottom of the 5th inning. It's Lowell, Veritek, and Crisp. As Lowell hits the fly ball to left. Neil Brown jogging in, one down. Dropped it. Dropped it. Nonchalant. And off the glove. Lowell reaches.
That's about as embarrassing as it can get. Just a little routine pop-up. He one-hands it. Kind of a lackadaisical play by Emil Brown and drops it. Never had control of the baseball in his glove. No excuse for that. And that did not make Bannister very happy. He should have had the first out of the inning on one pitch. Second error of the season for Brown in left field.
Lead runner on for the first time tonight for Boston as Veritek stands in. Take strike one over the outside corner. Kason grounded out to first base, first time up.
Actually, Lowell probably kicking himself right now because he should be at second base. That ball was hit high. It took a long time to come down.
As far as defense goes, Kansas City in the middle of the pack, 59 errors. Red Sox have made 52. Boston 5th in the league.
Because as soon as Lowell makes contact, he thinks it's going to be an out and a routine out, which it should have been. Upset jogging down that first base line, and had he been running harder, he would have been standing on second base.
goes Lowell trying to make up for it on a little hit and run, and it's to left for the out. As Emil Brown makes the catch, Veritek's out. And it's time for a game break for Tom Caron. TC?
Thank you, Don. Our New England Toyota dealer game break. The night is through for Clay Buchholz down in Pawtucket. 3 innings in his AAA debut. Gave up 5 hits, 3 runs, 2 of them earned. He didn't walk anyone, and he struck out 4 over 50 pitches for the Paw Sox. Left with the game 3-2 Ottawa. Guys?
Thanks, Tom. 2-0 here. Red Sox on top as they bat in the last half of the 5th inning. Mike Lowell at first base, 1 away, and Coco Crisp the batter. Fly ball to left center field. Brown and DeJesus, the center fielder, calls off Brown at the last second to make the grab. 2 down.
Shop the Boston Globe store online for unique Sox memorabilia, dice K products, and more. Shop online, shop anytime, or call 1-888-655-2667.
Two away, and it's Julio Lugo. Reached on an infield hit back in the 3rd inning. One of 3 Boston hits tonight. The infield hit for Lugo. The other 2 are home runs. Solo shots for Dustin Pedroia and Manny Ramirez. So bouncing its way in as Buck glides to his right to grab it.
You know, I've heard a lot about Buchholz, and I have not seen very much of him. I saw some tape of him, a film of him in a game he pitched. I believe it was it the Futures game, maybe? Out at I don't know.
San
anyway.
Francisco.
Yeah, I don't know, but I saw Theo Epstein in the Red Sox clubhouse ask him about it. It's a very good changeup, I noticed, and I was curious whether it was a changeup or a splitter, but he said no, it's a changeup, and they really like him a lot. I'm anxious to see him pitch. Tall, thin kid, still probably hasn't filled out all the way. But it looks like he's got very good stuff.
Tonight in his Pawtucket debut, rising through the Red Sox system very quickly, giving up 3 runs in his outing tonight for the Paw Sox. On the ground, down the 3rd baseline foul. Just outside the line.
DeMarle Hale's going to question that, and so is Tito Francona. Boy, those are tough calls right down that line. Dazzo, the 3rd base umpire, now will answer to the managers. We'll take another look at top spin ground ball. Boy, that's so close. It's so hard to call. Even if we get to see him a lot on replay. And Lugo thought he had himself a base hit. Not where it lands, where it goes over the bag, and that was so close.
Tony Randazzo, the umpire at 3rd base. Two down, Mike Lowell at first base. Now a count of 1-1. Julio Lugo. Hit safely now in 6 straight games with that infield hit last time up. He's 11 for his last 20. Great start to the 2nd half for Julio Lugo so far.
Little check on Lowell at first base. Not a threat to steal, but maybe a threat for a delay steal with 2 outs.
Swing and a miss, and Lugo strikes out. First strikeout for Bannister. He played 5. It's 2-0 Red Sox.
Stay tuned after the game for WB Mason's Extra Innings and Granite City Electric's Extra Innings Extra. Tom Caron and Dennis Eccleston will have Terry Francona's live post-game press conference and highlights from around the league, including the Blue Jays and Yankees. It's all right after the game, live in HD, and it's only on NESN.
2-0, the Red Sox on top as we head to the top half of the 6th inning. And it's the top of the Kansas City order leading it off. David DeJesus is grounded out to first. But hit by a pitch. Well, pretty good pitching matchup tonight, as it turns out. Brian Bannister up against Kason Gabbard. The difference, the solo home runs allowed by Bannister. Gabbard's given up just a hit. That was to Brown. A walk and a hit batsman all coming in the same inning, the 5th. Chopped as Pedroia plays the high hop, and the throw dug out on the backhand nicely by Youkilis. Let's check back in with Tina Cervasio.
Don, Jerry was mentioning earlier about the picnic in the park yesterday. It was absolutely fantastic. We got it in before the rains came, and over $330,000 was raised for the Red Sox Foundation and the DSS Kids Fund. Plus, there are still 4 very fantastic auction items online right now at redsoxfoundation.org. So over $400,000 could actually be raised overall. Now get this, we know about the fantastic auction items. I'm going to tell you what some of them went for, what some of the winning bids were. Dinner with the Schillings, which means 4 people get to go over to Kurt Schilling's house, and Shonda Schilling was with us on the stage, and she promised Kurt will be there. $32,500. Then to go hunting with Mike Timlin, Tim Wakefield, and then Doug Mirabelli was a late add-on in that hunting trio there. $15,000. And then to meet and greet Jason Varitek during batting practice, and 4 tickets behind home plate during a game, $11,000.
That is great news. Another successful year for a picnic at the park, guys. This one out to right field. J.D. Drew is there. 2 down.
Tina, what is still available that we could maybe open some bidding on?
Well, what's still available on redsoxfoundation.org is the golf cart donated by Doug and his wife, Krista Mirabelli, and it's signed by all of the Red Sox players, so that is still online. And also another great auction item online, meet and greet Daisuke Matsuzaka. You get to meet Matsuzaka before the game, right before batting practice, and he'll sign autograph items for you. You could take pictures, and then there's also tickets involved to that game. So he picks the game, whichever works out for him between now and the end of the season.
All right, Tina, thank you. As Pedroia on to first base concludes the inning. Another nice inning for Gabbard. It's 1-2-3. 5.5 done. 2-0 Boston.
You want to talk sports? I'm your point man.
Globe 10.0 presented by Verizon. Hosted by Bob Ryan. He's going one-on-one with Boston's best sports writers.
On the next Globe 10.0 presented by Verizon, Nick Cafardo joins me as we go head-to-head on the day's 10 hottest questions.
Tune in for 10 sports questions and a man with all the answers. Don't miss the point. Tuesday night at 5:30, only on NESN.
That's the point.
Combine Red Sox action with the big... What can be better than watching all the incredible goals, great stars including David Beckham, and excitement of an MLS match? Watching well over 100 MLS matches this season. The only way to do that is by signing up now for MLS Direct Kick. For only $79, you can catch all the live action and drama the entire MLS season has to offer. Show your passion for the sport you love.
Call today to order the MLS Direct Kick package for only $79 on Time Warner Cable. Call now.
It's summer and Dorsey Furniture's annual tent sale is here, and the discounts are bigger and better than ever. Save at least 60% off every item under the tent. That's right, at least 60% off the terrific name brand furniture that Dorsey's is famous for. And the savings are off our everyday regular low prices, so they're real. Dorsey's spectacular tent sale only happens once a year, and it's for a limited time, so don't wait. Dorsey Furniture's tent sale. Huge savings now on Route 1A in Holden, open 7 days a week. Don't miss it.
Your New England Dodge dealers, Rico, and by your local Lincoln Mercury dealers. Two to nothing, the Red Sox on top as we head to the last half of the 6th inning. It's the top of the Red Sox order. J.D. Drew, then Dustin Pedroia, and David Ortiz expected here in the bottom of the 6th inning. J.D. has grounded out to second base and flying to the warning track in left field. He's 0 for 2 in the game tonight. Red Sox have lost 6 of 9 games against the Royals, beginning in August of last season. It seems a shame that Kansas City's franchise has kind of turned into what it has over the last few years, from a wins and losses standpoint, after what was such a proud franchise. And certainly when you played, Jerry, they were among the best teams in baseball.
They had a lot of stars on that team, led by, of course, George Brett, Frank White, Amos Otis, Hal McRae, just go on and on. Freddie Patek. A lot of terrific players. Willie Wilson, who, as I've said this before, would beat us every game, it seemed like, in the bottom of the 8th, the bottom of the 9th in Kansas City.
Strike 3 call. Drew thought he had ball 4, but gets the bad news from Charlie Rutherford's second strikeout for Bannister.
Strikeout to Lugo was on a curveball in the 5th inning, and a fastball hit at J.D. Drew. J.D. thought that ball was low, but Charlie Rutherford said it was knee high.
Seemed like Kauffman Stadium, then known as Royal Stadium, I guess. I mean, that must have been a tough place to play, especially where they used their speed on the turf.
Oh, it was very tough. We were not a fast club, you know, and of course they had a lot of speed, a lot of doubles they hit. Yeah, it was tough for a lot of visiting teams, but especially ours because we just didn't have good team speed. Split off, of course, one of their pitches. He's the analyst for the Royals for many, many years.
Strike, and it's 2-1 now to Pedroia.
He's down just a couple of booths from us in the game tonight for Kansas City. Well, he's been at it a long time.
He has it as basketball too.
Yes, he does.
Which is
a lot of sports in the Midwest.
Yeah. Split off. Ryan Lefevre, his dad was a former manager in the majors. Jim Lefevre.
There's Anita.
Anita did not play in the major leagues. 2-2. On the ground up the middle. Pena dives, can't get it. In the center. Second hit of the night for Dustin Pedroia. Well, that's his second hit. The first one is our Coors Cold Blast. His 4th home run of the season. And the first run of the night for the Red Sox. A monster blast for Dustin Pedroia. Oh, 1-out single this time for Dustin. And it brings up Big Papi. Ortiz lined to short in the first, grounded out to first base in the 4th. A shift on for Ortiz as they check on Pedroia. Strike 1 to Ortiz. Another strike, and it's 0-2. Bannister did not have a strikeout through the first 4 innings. He got a strikeout last inning as a strikeout this inning. He opened this inning by striking out J.D. Drew. And a single to Pedroia, so 1 out, 1 on. Ortiz doesn't chase. 1-2.
He's actually been pretty good now. He's mixed his pitches up. He's around the strike zone. Not overpowering with his fastball, but A little similar to what we saw yesterday. Different style, but a guy that mixes his pitches up.
Sort of laced foul back into the seats. Four pitches now for Brian Bannister. Comes in with a record of 5-5. 3.71 his earned run average. And tonight marks his 14th start of the year. Outside again, 2-2. Full count. They've all been in that same general area when he's missed, and it's 3-2.
We'll see now if they send Pedroia on this 3-2 count. Only a couple of strikeouts in the game for Bannister, so there's a chance they may do it.
There goes Pedroia as Ortiz grounds it foul outside of first base.
Plus, with this shift on, somebody has to be aware that third base is wide open. Certainly Pedroia and DeMalo Hale are, and it's the responsibility of either the catcher or the pitcher on a ground ball to get over him. This is wide open, so if Pedroia's going to second, just continue on at third base if there's nobody covering.
Brief pitch of the at-bat coming up to David Ortiz. There goes Pedroia again, and Ortiz lines it to right down the line. It is gone! Two-run home run for Big Papi, his 16th of the year. Boston leads it 4-0. Wrapped it around Pesky's pole.
Not quite sure what the pitch was, but it was up and in. It looked like it might have been a changeup that stayed up and in. It's certainly not supposed to be there. It's supposed to be down and away. And Ortiz with a line drive home run into the right field seats. Well, the home runs have certainly hurt Bannister in this game. Pedroia, Ramirez, and now Ortiz with the two-run homer on an inside changeup.
So one down, base is empty now, and Manny Ramirez fouls it off to the right, swinging at another first pitch. And he's lined to right and homered. A solo shot back in the fourth inning. 0-2. The home run for Ramirez back in the fourth inning was his 13th of the season. And at the top of the Red Sox on top 2-0. Bannister had given up 4 home runs in 80 innings pitched, gives up 3 tonight in the first 5 1/3 innings. And he pops it up into shallow left. Out goes Pena, in comes Brown. And Brown makes the catch for the second out of the inning.
Tonight, following Red Sox coverage, stay with NESN for Sports Desk with Hazel May, presented by FW Webb, home of Frank Webb's Bath Centers. Among the topics tonight, the Patriots and cornerback Asante Samuel face a critical contract deadline today, and see the highlights and reaction from Clay Buchholz's AAA debut. That's Sports Desk with Hazel May.
tonight following Red Sox coverage live in HD, and it's only on NESN.
2 down for Kevin Youkilis. He takes strike 1 from Brian Bannister as Youkilis fly to center here in the second inning. Line back to the mound at Bannister in the 4th. Nice grab by Bannister, right back at him. Youkilis down 0-2. Boston 9th in home runs coming into tonight's action. And a 3-home run attack so far tonight. Youkilis goes around and strikes out. 3rd K for Bannister with the damage done. 2-run shot for Big Papi. And it's 4-0 Boston. 4-0 the Red Sox on top as we head to the top half of the 7th inning back at Fenway Park. As Billy Butler leads it off for Kansas City. A swing and a miss. The Sox win.
Trying.
Doing all right. Up 4-0.
We have very limited control.
Yes.
Over that. Home dog.
Miss, and it's 0-2.
Imagine if we had complete control over the game.
It'd be a lot quicker.
It'd be about 2 hours. Red Sox would win every night. A couple of no-hitters. And there'd be no play of the game.
There is action in the Kansas City pen for the first time tonight. Neil Musser is up.
Just called up today by the Royals.
This one fouled down the first base line. Still 1-2. Butler has struck out looking. Did that in the 2nd. Grounded out to second base. Did that in the 5th. Working here into the 7th inning tonight. His longest outing is 6 1/3, and that was last time out at Detroit. And of course, that game ended up going 13 innings. Ravon Rodriguez drove in the winning run in the 13th inning. To third, Lowell. They step to his left. Hickson throws in time for out number 1. Let's check back in with Tina Cervasio.
Curt Schilling is on the mend. He had 2 impressive innings in simulated situation today at Fenway Park on the mound. He faced 4 of the Red Sox bench players, 31 pitches. Terry Francona was very encouraged, and so was Schilling himself. He says that actually his shoulder feels better than it has felt this entire season, and Terry Francona attributes that to some inconsistencies in Schilling's outings earlier in the season, even though he was pitching with success. Now here's the deal for Schilling. He'll throw another side on Wednesday. Then he'll pitch for Pawtucket on Saturday and also pitch for Pawtucket 5 days later in Toledo.
Okay, Tina, thank you very much. Yeah, a couple of rehab stints coming up for Curt. As Tina mentioned, one in Pawtucket and then one in Toledo, and they will revisit that situation after that. But very encouraging signs today as he faced hitters today for the first time in a while.
Well, you could tell he was in a good mood, and he had to feel good. You know, he did that to work out on the field, and of course that was covered by all the media here. And then when he got back into the clubhouse, he kind of held court with as they all rushed him and charged him to see how he felt about it. And you could tell that the way he was talking to him, that he felt good. So positive sign for Curt Schilling, obviously, and for the Red Sox. Next step, get into a real minor league game.
Mel Brown reaching on the infield hit as he legged it out. Long throw from low at third base, and Brown getting down the line well. His 2nd hit of the night, and the only 2 hits off Kason Gabbard. Ramon is 0 for 1 with a walk. as he takes ball one. He's got the only walk given up by Gabbard tonight, who has struck out 6, walked 1, given up 2 hits. Kason Gabbard with wins this season against Atlanta and Texas. No decisions at Seattle and at Detroit. And a strikeout. It's 2-1. A very tough beginning to the outing in Seattle, as he walked 6 in 3 1/3 innings. 6 hits and 4 runs. He had walked 4 and hit a batter right out of the gate in that first inning. This one back at him. He'll turn and fire to second for a 1 on to first. A double play. 7th inning stretch time from Fenway. 4-0 Red Sox. Time for a Sports Desk update with Hazelman.
How would you like to run a business of your own from the comfort of your own home? It's not as crazy as it sounds.
I made over $100,000 a year from my home.
I just made a down payment for our vacation home, working part-time.
Yeah, you have to be crazy to visit this website and find out how to start your home business. Crazy like a fox. Log on and get your success kit.
I made $5,000 yesterday.
Crazy? I don't think so. Log on now.
You could win a $10,000 shopping spree with the Text to Win Challenge.
Now there's a train that runs on your schedule. PBS Kids Sprout is now available on Kids on Demand from Time Warner Digital Cable, which means you can share the fun of your favorite Sprout shows whenever you want. Even your favorite Spanish language kids programming, too. Why not share PBS Kids Sprout today? The only network that's all preschool all the time. Now on demand.
Watch Kids on Demand on Time Warner Cable.
They've got the sharpest pencil in town. Have they just sit around that showroom figuring deals and whittling that old pencil down? They know that if you buy once, you're gonna be back. So instead of buying one, you're buying 2, and that's a fact. They've got the sharpest pencil in town.
So come on down, neighbor. The coffee pot's on.
Kason Gabbard impressive tonight. He didn't give up a hit through 4 1/3 innings tonight, and a total of 6 strikeouts for Gabbard tonight, walking just 1 so far through his first 7 innings, his longest outing of the year. While the Red Sox offense is powered up tonight, Manny Ramirez with a solo shot in the 4th at the time to put the Red Sox on top 2-0. David Ortiz would hit one down the right field line around the pesky pole. A 2-run shot, 16th home run of the year for Ortiz. And the Red Sox lead it 4-0. 3 home runs. Pedroia's got 1 too. He started it all, his 4th home run of the year. And as we head to the last half of the 7th inning, new pitcher on for Kansas City, it's Neil Musser.
He's bounced around quite a bit. This is the 4th time he's been called up by the Kansas City Royals. He was sent down on Saturday. They put John Bale on the roster, then recalled today, and they took John Thompson off the roster. So 4 times now at the big league level for Neil Musser.
Mike Lowell is 0 for 2, although he reached last time on an error. What about the left hitter this time? They'll drop one into center field for a base hit. His first hit of the night, hit number 6 for Boston.
Now a 6-game hitting streak for Mike Lowell as he takes the curveball and shoots it into center field for the base hit. Red Sox with a total of 6 hits now tonight, but they've certainly made him count with the home runs.
So Lowell at first base. Here's Jason Varitek, who's 0 for 2 tonight. He's grounded out to first and lined to left. Also signed as a minor league free agent in May of last season. Played 8 seasons in the minors with the Mets, Diamondbacks, Royals organization. Resides in Port St. Lucie, Florida, where the Mets have their spring training. This one grounded foul.
Stay tuned after the game for WB Mason's Extra Innings. Tom Caron and Dennis Eckersley will have Kason Gabbard's post-game press conference and highlights from around the league, including Barry Bonds taking on the Cubs at Wrigley. It's all right after the game, live in HD, and it's only on NESN.
Well, Gabbard has gone the first 7 innings tonight for the Red Sox. In top 5, Gabbard has thrown just 84 pitches through the first 7 tonight. And a new season high as far as innings pitched. His previous high had been 6 1/3 last time out. 100 pitches twice this season. He was at 84 after 7. Tech slices it foul off to the right. We'll do it again with a count of 1 and 2.
And Butterfingers up at the pavilion level. Too much popcorn, too much butter on the popcorn.
Out Veritek. And there's one down here in the bottom of the 7th.
There's a great new look to the Red Sox Nation program in 2007. New rewards, gifts, unique ticket opportunities. Become part of the global fan base that has made their citizenship in Red Sox Nation official. Visit redsox.com today. And of course, in just a few days, we'll be announcing the winners of the Tom Werner dugout seats for Saturday's game. The 4 o'clock start. They'll be somewhere in this area. Not bad.
Very good.
I've infiltrated Connecticut, Don.
Sounds like it's going well.
I had 10 signups for Red Sox Nation in Western Connecticut, which is unheard of.
So you are deep into Yankee territory now.
I sent some big guys down there.
Two 2-0 to Coco Crisp with 1 out here in the bottom of the 7th. Red Sox on top 4-0. Brian Bannister, the starter tonight for Kansas City, went the first 6, giving up 5 hits and 4 runs, 3 home runs. Did not walk anybody and struck out 3. To right center field, De Jesus on the run will make the running grab. And there's 2 outs in the inning as Lowell gets back to the bag at first. Well, tonight we received some brewed iced tea from Dunkin' Donuts. It's available in original peach or raspberry flavors. And the Dunkin' dugout filled up as usual out there. Boy, it's really filled up tonight. So 2 down, Lowell at first base. And the pitch in the dirt. Tipped into the catcher's mitt that time. Well, it's 1-1. Also the first pitcher out of the pen tonight for Kansas City. And after a single to Lowell, he's come back to get Veritek and Crisp for 2 outs here in the bottom of the 7th inning. Strike in, it's 1-2. I mentioned since June 24th, Kansas City, they've been playing better baseball, going 10-6. With a team ERA 3.36. The pitching's been very good since the end of June. And the bullpen especially at 1.95 ERA since June 24th. And their bullpen really had a tough time of it over the last few years. Look at the worst bullpen last year is 7th in the American League this year, and they've been very good lately. Kansas City is a team with a 4.51 ERA.
That's quite an improvement, isn't it? In one short offseason to make that many adjustments and improvements and pick yourself up from last in the league to about the middle of the pack.
McClure, the pitching coach for Kansas City.
Mike Barnett, hitting coach, former member of the Red Sox staff.
3 and a full count. There's Mike. J.D. Drew waiting on deck. We have 2 outs here in the 7th. Struck him out. So Musser strikes out Lugo. The Red Sox have gone in the 7th, but they lead it 4-0 as we head to the 8th.
Kason Gabbard with the 4-0 lead here at Fenway Park behind the home run hitting of the Red Sox tonight, and great pitching and 6 strikeouts so far in the game for Gabbard. He's done a good job mixing up all his pitches, his fastball, his curveball, his changeup, and also defensively helping himself by turning over a double play to end the 7th inning, starting the double play 1. It's a 6-3. So a brilliant performance to this point for Kason Gabbard against the Royals.
Oh, look at the out distribution for Kason Gabbard tonight, 13 via the ground. As Reggie Sanders is going to pinch hit here to begin things in the top half of the 8th.
Reggie Sanders just activated today from the disabled list.
Pinch hitting for Gordon, who had been 0 for 2 with a couple of strikeouts. Well, it's a ball and a strike now to Reggie Sanders. Deki Okajima up in the Boston pen. First action we've seen out there tonight. 86 pitches for Kason Gabbard. Reggie Sanders has been in the majors since 1991 when he broke in with the Cincinnati Reds. He's now in his 2nd season in Kansas City. Fooled on the pitch, and it's 2-2.
I believe the move they made to activate Sanders, Joey Gathright, off the roster.
They've been all kinds of moves the last couple of days.
Yeah, they have.
They've not announced their starter until just before the game tonight for tomorrow night. Leo Nunez will get the start here tomorrow night in game 2 of the series. Line to center field. And Reggie Sanders got himself a pinch hit single to begin things here in the 8th. First hit for someone other than Emil Brown, who had the only 2 so far tonight off Kason Gabbard.
Only 2nd time tonight they've had the leadoff man on 2 back in the 4th inning. He hit DeJesus to put him on base, but a double play erased that. And now Sanders in the 8th inning with the leadoff single.
Sanders at first. John Buck swings and misses at the first pitch. Buck bounced to 3rd in the 3rd. Was hit by a pitch on the hand in the 5th. Back to Gabbard. to second for one, on to first. The third double play of the night. Turned by the Boston defense. Nice stretch by Youkilis, able to keep the foot in the bag, and there's 2 down in the 8th.
You know, Gabbard twice now in the last 2 innings, getting the ground ball back to him. No panic, no rush. Gets himself set up to make a good throw to second base. Going uphill, which is never easy. And of course, Lugo doing the rest as Youkilis has to stretch at first base as the throw's back up the line just a little bit. Gabbard's made this look easy tonight, hasn't he?
Sure has. His longest outing as he's got 2 outs here in the 8th inning now. And there's Tony Pena, who's 0 for 2. Strikeout and a ground out so far for Pena. Popped up right side. Pedroia onto the outfield grass. Gone are the Royals in the top of the 8th. We head to the bottom of the 8th. It's a 4-0 Boston lead.
Nothing is more exciting than winning a freestyle cruise on Norwegian Cruise Line. Correctly answer 2 trivia questions in a row and you're entered to win a Caribbean cruise. You can dine or just unwind, all while visiting exotic destinations. With NCL, you're free to whatever. We're giving one away every month. So you better text "You could be next" to win a freestyle cruise on the Text to Win Challenge.
Just text WIN31 to 79608. Text to WIN now.
Strikeout number 9 for Curt Schilling. They struck him out. 11 strikeouts for Curt Schilling. Schill's ready with the 1-2. They struck him out. 14th strikeout for Curt Schilling.
Oh, there's another $4 shot.
This spring, climb on board as we travel the globe and bring you the best golf experiences on the planet.
I love this game.
It's you, the club, the ball, the sound of the ocean, and that bank. And that's all that's to it.
Golfing the world, Saturdays and Mondays, only on Nesson.
Tomorrow at 6 o'clock, Olympia Sports presents the Boston Globe pregame show with Charm Karen and Dennis Eckersley live from Rem Dogs on Yorkie Way. Tim Wakefield looks to get another win, and Larry Lucchino answers questions from the executive mailbag. That's the pregame show tomorrow at 6 o'clock, and it's all live in HD, and it's only on Nesson.
Well, we head to the last half of the 8th inning. It is 4-0. The Red Sox on top in this one. Some defensive changes for Kansas City. Reggie Sanders stays in the game and goes to right field for Kansas City, and Mark Teahan moves from right to first base. Musser stays in the game, his second inning of relief, and J.D. Drew did not go around, says Tony Randazzo.
Now we'll see if Gabbard comes out for the 9th inning. The Red Sox have 2 complete games on the season, one by Matsuzaka, one by Curt Schilling.
To right, and a base hit for Drew. J.D. had been 0 for 3 tonight, but a single to begin things here in the bottom of the 8th.
Gabbard remains in that dugout, covered up that left arm and shoulder with the jacket. And he has a total of 93 pitches on the night. At the moment, nobody throwing in the bullpen for Boston.
Well, Okajima had been up last inning, now sitting down. Lead runner on for the Red Sox, as Dustin Pedroia has had a nice night offensively and defensively. It's a fly ball to right. Sanders makes the catch for the first out of the inning, and Pedroia is retired. The league leaders are brought to you by Olympia Sports. home runs versus right-handed pitchers. And Ortiz gets 16. He's got none against left-handed pitchers as he stands in against a left-hander. And take strike one.
That's one thing he said today. He said he's seen an awful lot of breaking balls from left-handed pitching. And that really comes as no surprise.
Last year, the 54 home runs, 18 of them were off left-handed pitchers. As he's down 0-2. Do you think what he is seeing to hit this year is any different from what he saw last year, that his reputation has caught up at all?
Honestly, Don, I can't say that they pitched him any differently than what we've seen in the past. I mean, this guy came in last year as one of the most feared hitters in the league after postseason performance. I mean, why would it drastically change, you know, from last year to this year?
And Ramirez waits on deck, 1 out, 1 on here in the 8th. It's a high fly ball down the right field line. Sanders over. Now back to make the catch as it came back tailing towards the grass. And there's 2 down.
Ball left the bat. It looked like it had a chance to go over Pesky's pole. But then became unmanageable and went to the left, and Reggie Sanders had some struggles with it. And there's really no wind tonight at all to speak of, and just lack of breeze. Kind of a weird fly ball, wasn't it?
Sure was. And Sanders made the late adjustment. So 2 down. Drew still at first base after he led off with a single. Here's Manning. His 13th home run of the year, back in the 4th. He's 1 for 3 tonight. Struck, and it's 1-1.
Here we go, Manny. Let's go.
Well, the home run picked up his 53rd RBI of the season. And 7 of them in the series against the Blue Jays. Swing and a miss. And Ramirez down 1-2. The Red Sox playing the Royals tonight, of course, of the American League Central. Boston is 9-7 so far against the tough AL Central division.
Come on, Manny.
16 games that the Red Sox have played. Are actually the 3rd fewest by an AL team in one division. Take care of that with a trip now when we get the White Sox coming in, and a trip to Cleveland.
Kind of creeping back into things. The Minnesota Twins, they're 6 back. They're 49 and 43.
And 4 in a row.
Well, they're 7 out of their last 10 and 6 behind Detroit. That's Cleveland a half behind the Tigers.
And Minnesota, really a very similar story last year. They won the division on the last day of the season after a tough first half.
And Santana again is pitching lights out.
Here come the Twins. Full count to Manny Ramirez with 2 outs. J.D. Drew at first base. Top foul over by the Royals dugout. to third base. Herman. And the Red Sox are gone in the 8th. We head to the 9th with Boston on top 4-0. Gabbard coming back. Boston Red Sox baseball on NESN is brought to you by your New England Ford dealers. Sovereign Bank, the official bank of the Red Sox cable network. Honda. Citgo. Bacardi. And by Southwest Airlines. 4-0. The Red Sox on top as we head to the top half of the 9th inning. And Kason Gabbard, who's thrown 93 pitches, returns to the mound for the 9th. And deals with the top of the order, David De Jesus, who takes strike 1. The season high in pitches for Gabbard is 100, done twice against Atlanta in a victory. And against Texas in a victory. Running down the first baseline, a foul ball. And look at the line tonight for Gabbard.
Just one walk in the ball game, a couple of hit batters.
Applebaum up in case. Inside. And it's 1-2. Second day in a row, Applebaum has been up in case. Yesterday, the Red Sox trailing 2-1. Where they went quietly in the 9th. The center field, and Crisp is there for out number 1. Late stutter step backward, but he hauls it in.
Stay tuned after the game for Granite City Electric's Extra Innings Extra with Sean Perrin and Dennis Eckersley. Tina Sabathia will go one-on-one with Sox manager Terry Francona in Terry's Take, and a preview of Tim Wakefield taking the mound against the Royals tomorrow night. It's all right after the game, live in HD, and it's only on NESN.
One down here in the 9th, and we will indeed see Tim Wakefield, who will be looking for his 11th win tomorrow's 10-8. Mark Grudzielanic's 0 for 3.
8-game hitting streak on the line right here for Grudzielanik.
Now 0-2. Mentioned that Gabbard has thrown 100 twice. His average is 94 and about to throw his 100th of the night. Outside for a ball. Two and two. Down the third baseline foul. Jerry mentioned only 2 complete games this season. There's only 1 complete game shutout this season. And that belongs to Schilling, of course, the no-hit bid against the Oakland Athletics when Kirk went 8 2/3 before giving up the base hit to Shannon Stewart. Two. Got him. 7th strikeout for Kason Gabbard. 2 down in the 9th.
And that ties the season high for Gabbard. He had 7 against the Atlanta Braves in his very first out of the year. Changeup up and away. And the fans here at Fenway getting ready to see something very rare, a complete game.
37,099 of them. Standing as Mark Teahen stands in with 2 outs in the 9th. Strike 1 to Teahen. Gabbard has had 4 1-2-3 innings tonight, 3 double plays, 2 of which he started. And he's ahead 0-2. Struck him out. Complete game shutout for Kason Gabbard. A new season high in strikeouts for Gabbard. 8 strikeouts tonight, and the Red Sox win it 4-0. Well, tonight they get great pitching. They also power up with a total of 3 home runs in the game tonight. Pedroia, Ramirez. David Ortiz on the home runs tonight for the Red Sox. As Boston able to come away with a 4-0 victory in the first game of this 3-game series. So just the 3rd complete game effort of the season for the Red Sox, the 2nd complete game shutout. And it's Kason Gabbard who gets it done tonight, who's now 4-0 at Fenway Park in his short career. But a very successful night. WB Mason's extra innings right around the corner, so stay with us. Trey and I'll be back here at Fenway right after this.
Here are 3 good reasons why you should get off the couch and call an affiliate of Le Cordon Bleu Schools North America. 1. They'll send you complimentary information about the world-famous Le Cordon Bleu culinary program. 2. They can help prepare you for an exciting career as a chef, pastry chef, caterer, or more. 3. It can open the door for the kind of future you've always wanted.
Call now for a complimentary brochure.
For a brochure, call Le Cordon Bleu Schools of North America at 800-980-0257. Call now.
People everywhere are experiencing it.
Hold me.
It's UBid Euphoria. Yes, these happy folks are heading to ubid.com for great deals on brand name home electronics and more. They bid and win without worry, thanks to UBid's 100% fraud-free auctions. So get up, go to ubid.com. Auctions are happening now. Save big, save safe.
You want to talk sports? I'm your point man.
Globe 10.0, presented by Verizon. Hosted by Bob Ryan. He's going one-on-one with Boston's best sports writers.
On the next Globe 10.0 presented by Verizon, Nick Gabbard joins me as we go head-to-head on the day's 10 hottest questions.
Tune in for 10 sports questions and a man with all the answers. Don't miss The Point. Tuesday night at 5:30, only on Nesson.
That's the point.
Direct from Nesson Studios, straight from Yawkey Way, 1 hour before the game. Olympia Sports presents the Boston Globe pregame show on Nesson. It's Sunday night. You know where your sports are? Every Sunday at 11:25. Turn to the network you turn to all week long. Nesson and the new sports desk lights out. Sundays on Nesson. Your sports weekend isn't over until Nesson turns the lights out.
The following is a paid advertisement for Dave Espino's Auctions for Income system.
Hi, I'm Dave Espino. Over the next few minutes, I'm going to show you how you can use eBay to quickly and easily fill your pockets with some nice extra cash. So put down that remote control. You don't want to miss a second of this show.
Coming up, Dave Espino, one of America's top eBay experts, is going to share with you his amazing Auctions for Income system, proven to be one of the fastest ways to learn how to make money on eBay.
Before receiving Dave's system, I really didn't know how to use eBay at all, and now I'm consistently making at least $500 profit a week.
The very first month I used Dave's system, I made over $2,000 on eBay.
Over the first 9 days of using Dave's system, my PayPal stub here to prove it, I made $884.83.
I started making money the first week after using Dave's system, and